What if I told you that 3 everyday foods could be your best defense against cancer? And no, they're not expensive supplements or miracle pills. They're sitting right in your grocery store right now. Stick around because I'm revealing the ultimate anti-cancer trio, plus a surprise bonus at the end that'll supercharge their power. Let's get right into it. And the first ultimate anti-cancer plant-based food is blueberries. When buying blueberries, look for organic and wild if possible. I would avoid hybridized blueberries, which is majority of the blueberries that you find in the grocery stores these days. There are still companies that sell wild organic blueberries, or if not, heirloom blueberries, which are the blueberries that you want to be looking for when buying this superfood. And why, you ask? Because when blueberries are grown in the wild and organically, they are much higher in antioxidants and anthocyanins, which helps to protect your cells from free radicals. We are constantly being bombarded every day by pollution and chemicals in just about everything. Plastics, aluminums, heavy metals, you name it. This is where blueberries come in handy, and they help to detox and cleanse your cells. They also help to keep your heart healthy by keeping your artery walls free of plaque, because majority of people these days are eating highly processed foods, which in the long run ends up creating plaquing and stiffness of your artery walls. Another powerful thing about blueberries is that they reduce high blood pressure. So if you deal with high blood pressure often, make sure that you're eating fresh organic blueberries. And if you can't get wild, that's okay. I would go to farmers markets, go to some of the farmers markets, try and find people that grow blueberries organically. If you can find those people, I would definitely link up with them and buy blueberries from the people that are growing it organically, and especially if they have heirloom blueberries or wild. Also, blueberries lowers the risk of cognitive decline and improves memory function. This will come in handy, especially if you're an older adult. If you haven't seen my other video where I talk about anti-inflammatory plant-based foods that knock out high cholesterol, then I'll leave a link for that video above and down in the description box below. The second ultimate anti-cancer plant-based food is none other than lemons. If you are someone who deals with kidney stones or has in the past, then lemons are going to be your go-to superfood in helping you to avoid kidney issues. Lemons contain tons of flavonoids, and one flavonoid specifically that will help you in your anti-cancer journey, which is erocitrin. Erocitrin. Lemons contain the most erocitrates, which helps to remove fat from your liver. It helps to balance out your lipids. It also lowers your cholesterol and can even reverse diabetes. So lemons are actually a very underrated superfood that you need to be adding into your diet daily. Even if you wake up in the morning, you could just heat up some water, cut a lemon in half, and just squeeze it in your water. That is one of the best ways to get lemons in your system first thing in the morning. Erocitrin also has a lot to do with protecting the integrity of your capillaries. It helps with circulation problems and even bleeding gums. So if you deal with some of these health issues, just make sure that you're consuming lemons quite often. Also, if you deal with things like rheumatoid arthritis or hyperglycemia, then the flavonoids in lemons will help to counteract the oxidative stress. Even the oils in the lemon's skin is good for you, and it is also antimicrobial. So you could always grade a little bit of lemon skin into some of the foods that you are eating. And now on to number 3, the ultimate anti-cancer plant-based food that will help to protect your body from diseases. And it's none other than the cruciferous vegetable, kale. Kale is absolutely delicious and one of my favorites. And there are many different types of kales. You got the curly kale, and then you got my favorite, the purple dino kale. Absolutely love that one. And you know, like, kale is high in vitamin K, which helps with blood clotting, and it also helps with bone health. You know, so I've seen this before where, you know, like, people will get a cut or something, and then their blood will have a hard time clotting up and healing. So like, they'll get a wound and it doesn't heal. Like, it just stays a wound for months. If you have something similar to that, where maybe your blood is thin and you have a hard time healing, make sure that you are eating kale. This will help your blood to clot naturally how it's supposed to. And also it helps with your bone health, right? So many people deal with osteoporosis and other bone issues. You want to be consuming the dark leafy greens, especially kale. This will help to give you better bone health so that you can avoid many of the bone issues that people deal with. Fun fact, do you know just 1 cup of kale contains almost 70% of your daily value of vitamin K. Kale also contains lutein and zeaxanthin, which helps with eye health. This will help to prevent cataracts from forming in your eyes. So this is another important one, right? Eye health. Make sure that you are eating some type of leafy green, especially kale, when it comes to eye health. Kale also contains riboflavin, also known as vitamin B2, which is essential for energy production. This helps your body to convert carbohydrates, fats, and proteins into energy. It also contains manganese, which is a trace mineral that also helps with your bone health. Kale also contains a substance called sulforaphane, which helps to block the formation of cancer at a molecular level. If you have never tried kale chips before, then that is a great alternative to your standard potato chips. Super easy to make, just 3 ingredients. You can do it with kale, a good olive oil, and some sea salt. Just those 3 things. You know, you massage the ingredients on the kale, the olive oil and salt, throw them right in the oven and bake them. And they're absolutely yummy. You definitely gotta try some kale chips if you never had them before. If you would like my free Bright Bites meal planner to help you to stay organized and save you time by planning your meals throughout the week, then comment the word bright down below. And here's the game changer. When you combine all 3, blueberries, lemon, and kale, into a morning smoothie, you create a cancer-fighting trinity that floods your body with antioxidants, detoxifying enzymes, and immune-boosting vitamins. I'll drop my favorite recipe in the comments. If you enjoyed this video and would like to learn more about gardening, simple and delicious plant-based foods that you can grow right in your backyard, then check out my video right here, where I share with you the easiest health investment that you are not making. Watch this video right here, and I'll see you there.